Good afternoon, everyone. This is Matt over at MilestoneCapitalGrowthPortfolio.com. Today is Tuesday, October 6th. All right, another day in the books, and looks great here. You can see here with SPY that we had 5 days up, and the sixth day not so much. Okay, it met its resistance. Here's a candle. Here's a candle. Here's a candle. So it's staying underneath this trend line for now. Okay, and that's pretty much all we have. Nothing exciting. We do have the lower trend line here and a gap down here that needs to get filled. I'll put this in a lower time frame in just a second. You could see that the volume that came into this was low. You could see the volume that came into this was low, and we had one big blow off day that pushed it all the way up here on Friday. So we're pretty much at the trend line and just sitting here not doing anything. But if you want to take a look at the hourly, we are going to. Why? Because the hourly matters. What it did in the last since we opened today, we need to know. Okay, so we're pretty much in consolidation right here. If you're playing options, you saw your options deteriorate. It's just that simple. When we're doing this, we do nothing, okay? And it's not the time to buy. When the time to buy is when we break either side of this box to go in either direction. But relative strength index is sitting up here at 70, so we imagine that it's going to come down at some point here. Here's the lower Bollinger Band starting to move up to 191 now, so it's closing this box out. It was down here at 88. Stochastics did cross over. Last hour had a little bit of a push, but consistently under average for the volume. Okay, so this low volume move is doing absolutely nothing and getting absolutely nothing accomplished. Okay, and here's this little gap right here at 199, and I assumed that they were going to get this right here, but they did miss it by a couple of cents. So I'm not sure if they're going to break this and then run it up and get this, or if we're going to roll back down. That's why you just sit and wait right now for times like these, because you're just not 100% sure. If not, you better give yourself enough time, because if this stays like this until Friday, guess what? You're in serious trouble, because the option depreciation will be null and void. And if you're going long on this, I would not do that just yet, only because this is not looking that good. We'd had a big move from the bottom, and that's about it. I mean, if you look at the weekly here, you could see the weekly is starting out. It had the big move Monday. Here's Friday last week. But if you look at the weekly here, we get a little more resistance in the way also, which is the 100-day moving average. It's hidden in there. I'll get rid of some of these lines so you can see what I'm talking about. There it is right there. We're just about over it right now. But it should be coming under it tomorrow. Actually, it did close over it. Shocking. Okay. So if we do break this solid volume, then we're going to come up to this middle Bollinger Band here at 203.88. But we're going to have to see what happens on this relative strength index reset. And if we get down here underneath this candle by the end of the week, then we will be finishing off pretty aggressively. Remember, we have jobs Thursday. Not sure what data tomorrow is, but there is going to be data there. So just know all your time frames, manage those time frames. We do, and it's just that simple, because this is the time not to buy anything, or just if you do, make sure you have time. You're not doing weeklies. That's just my opinion. VIX, okay, yeah, VIX. How did the VIX do today? Well, it's all over the place with all my little lines, so let me get these out of here for you, because we do this all day long trying to manage this process. VIX did one thing that was very important today, and was the time to buy. You close the gap right here. It doesn't mean it's not coming back down here. We had the gap right here. It just means that it was very, very oversold, and that was a potential bounce area for a move. So we're just going to have to see what happens at this point. Here we have plenty of gaps on the upside here that we're worried about. This is the hourly chart, by the way, and I did that so we could see this. See all the little gaps, and I'm going to put these lines here so you can see these gaps. Usually these are targets on a reversal, just for at least you have something to target, but your middle Bollinger Band gets in the way. 150 and 200 and upper Bollinger Band will also play a role in this when it bounces. So it looks like we're in accumulation period right now. Nothing spectacular, but you can see on the daily, you have formed that double bottom very nicely, and you have closed this gap very nicely. So we can get rid of this line now. We don't need that. Your stochastics is still crossed to the downside, and your middle Bollinger Band is starting to round a little bit. So we get a little bit of resistance ahead of this move. You get the 200 sitting at this line here where the gap is, and then you get the 50 the middle Bollinger Band sitting here at 24.68. So this is the daily. So this is next, but we usually, with this one here, we usually come down and then up to the upper Bollinger Band on the rotation. That would fall in line with the SPX and SPY doing something. Just real quick, we'll take a look at the Dow because that was pretty. I mean, we pretty much just had a flat today, nothing exciting. Okay, it did close over the 50, which I was pretty surprised at. Let me get rid of this because I was doing something on the shorter time frame. Okay, so we did close over this right here. Technically, they kept it over that, but it's in a really tight zone right now, and it's at the upper range right now of the Bollinger Band. And normally, when you stay up here for too long, you come back down for a reset 16.5. But you know, everything's showing. All the signs right now are showing signs that we're going to be moving to the upside. So we'll have to watch that real carefully because the volume is tearing off, and we have had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5 days of pure green. So we'll have to see how the Dow does. All right, members, we have a few tickers on the videos for you that you should get a kick out of. We're going to have to manage this process with a couple of the charts that I showed you, and we'll be able to make some money on it. Okay, this is Matt. We will see you tomorrow in live chat room. Remember, if you're not a member, you can't beat it. 99 bucks a month, and we are looking at everything. Be part of our Skynet program too. That program is $1,500, and that is all the options broken down with. We have a spreadsheet that gives you all the layout for options, targets, target prices, and so on and so forth. All right, everyone, have yourself a great night.